Good evening, this is David Lynn, and this is Coffee Talk number 249. Welcome, and please leave a like to support the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. KP Heathen, welcome. How are things in Louisiana, Heathen? Uncle Al, thy bullfrog, welcome. I had a couple of people get on me today about my McDonald's post. Oh, you're gonna have heart disease. You're gonna have uh, diabetes. You're gonna have all this crap. And for the life of for the life of me, I can't remember the last time I ate anything from McDonald's. It's been probably a year since I'd had anything from McDonald's. And if I did have something from McDonald's, it was probably coffee. You know, because occasionally, and this has been a while since I've done it, my wife would want a McMuffin, one of those sausage, egg, cheese McMuffin, and I would, and a coffee, and I'd go get that for her, and then I'd get myself a coffee. Yes, I know McDonald's is bad for me. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's the reason why I really don't eat it. But my wife surprised me with it today. I didn't ask her, could you go to McDonald's and get me, a burger combo? It is what it is, and, I ate what she brought me. The Butt Files. So, Uncle Al, I'm thinking about Joshua Humphrey. Hello. I'm thinking about ridding myself of a couple of channel pests. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, and by the way, I'm sitting at 1,595 right now. I'm 5 short of 1,600. Enrique Trevino, welcome. Mr. Ortiz in the house. Welcome. That is a link to Enrique. Enrique is not a content creator, but I am subscribed to him, and I'm going to try to see if I can give him standard moderator. I'm going to have to do some voodoo to do it right now. So I'm going to pull out and change channels on my backup. So that I can go into my live stream. See if I can do this. My channel. Live stream. Go into it. Now I'm into my live stream. I can go on to him and I can add him as a moderator. Now I'm going to go back to where I was at. Good Lord. Okay, I'm back. Good Lord. Yoda! I'm sure I'm going to hear about it. Dead air time! Dead air time! You're not talking! Dead air time! I get criticized about every bloody thing. I'm sorry. How are we doing, Dave? Oh, man. So, speaking about weather and preparedness, or being prepared for weather, the state of Texas, the governor's office, the governor, made a statement because there is a storm about 500 and some odd miles off the Texas coast that is heading our way, and it is a storm, and it may be classified, or it may become classified as a tropical storm. Got about 40-mile-an-hour winds right now. And my weather says in the next several days, I will likely get 5 or 6 inches of rain. Now, there are places south of me that may get 15 or 20 inches of rain if that storm comes in down south of me. So they're putting out weather advisories. We are in hurricane season, and it is important. I used work for radio. So, let's see. 5 in the house, 5 likes. Uh, I'm going to ask you guys, because I don't think either one of them are in here right now. Hello, Mama Four Boys. I am of the feeling that I have troll issues with a particular channel that keeps coming in. And Dave uses language like Yoda would use, gibberish. And I'm thinking that that channel may be a troll. Hello, Mr. Whistle. So I'm thinking about just blocking them. What are your thoughts? Oh, don't talk about that on the air. Don't talk about that on the air. Here we go. Here we go. Oops. I just blocked them. I'm probably being horrible for doing that. But, unless you're actually Yoda, I don't need you talking like Yoda. I don't need gibberish. So, I've talked to a couple of people and they think it's a troll. So, I'm basically giving them troll status. Mimi's Place. How you doing, Mimi? Welcome. Okay, well, that's fine. Let them troll themselves. This is a link to Mimi's Abundant. Now, if you have managing moderator rights, because right now I'm basically looking at the stream on my backup channel. If you have managing moderator rights, you can basically give standard moderator rights to a channel, right? Am I correct about that? That's what I'm talking about, Dave. I'm on my backup channel and I can't give standard moderator when I'm basically using my backup channel to view my now you have managing moderator rights. Can you give her a blue wrench, Dave? Doing that? You don't see it as an option? God darn it. Well, here we go again. I'm tired. Let's see. Going over to my main channel. Alright, I'm on my main channel now. Add as a moderator. No. Back here. Add as a moderator. God dang it. Alright. Mimi's Place is now a standard moderator. Yeah, I just did. I just did. Alright. Golly jeez. tired. Can you tell I'm still sweating? Took a shower and I'm still sweating. Well, Uncle Al, thank you. I have two people that I trust to be managing moderators, and that would be Uncle Al, by Bullfrog 79, and my friend Dave, who's his current affiliation is as Yoda of cards, and he is the card whisperer. I'll tell you, Uncle Al is the preparedness whisperer. He really old school knowledge about survival and what you need to do, planning. Joseph Moore, welcome, Joseph. So, yesterday's topic was first aid. I'd like to review a little bit about first aid. Everybody that's a teenager on up, it would behoove you to take a first aid class to learn the basics of first aid. You can do it where it will not cost you anything. You can do it through a lot of the county hospitals will offer classes. They'll have a nurse that's certified to teach the course. It's usually a half a day. If it's a full day, then they get into a lot of extra stuff that will be beneficial for you. But usually in the half-day class, what you're going to get is you're going to get CPR number one, how to do cardiopulmonary resuscitation. The pump and breathe. And they actually have little models, that they can use that you can practice on. You'll learn about the Heimlich maneuver. They'll teach you how to use the AED, which is like for shocking a person. Most facilities, a school, a gym. Hello, Devil Dog Prepper. Most public facilities, government facilities and such, the fire department, ambulances, responder types, they will have an AED, and they will be able to use it. Little Lone Prepper, hi Little Lone Prepper. They'll also teach you about an EpiPen. There are people who carry EpiPens because they have certain allergies or conditions. And same thing like a nebulizer, like an inhaler. You can be having a serious problem, and they teach you how to use an EpiPen. The basics of the EpiPen is that you're going to jab it into the person's thigh, and you're going to count to 10 before you remove it, after you arm it. And I went through this past spring a recertification that's good for 2 years, and they talked about all that. They went through CPR, the AED, Heimlich maneuver, the use of an EpiPen, talked a little bit about somebody breaks a bone, they think they have a broken arm, they think they have a broken leg, they hurt themselves, about immobilizing it, basically making a sling, you know, for the arm, depending on the circumstances. And if you have the kit and you have the training and the knowledge, you could basically use a couple of splints with a wrap to immobilize it, to, you know, to keep it from any more damage or anything. So like the county hospital, a community college, if you live in a place big enough that you have a community college, oftentimes you can, through the community college, the fire department, sometimes they'll have classes. Usually it would be either the community hospital or the community colleges where you would. I've taken it through the community college in the past. I've taken it through the community hospital, and they're, you know, they'll have somebody who's qualified to do the training and issue you a card. I don't really want to get into what goes into a first aid kit. You get a basic first aid kit for $20 or so. It's going to have all the basics for boo-boos and such, but stuff that you can add to it, and I'll talk about the add-ons. Oftentimes, bleed stop, having a pack or two of bleed stop, so if somebody really is bleeding, seriously bleeding, to try to clot it. Also, a pressure bandage. And basically the idea of a pressure bandage is you open it up and you apply it to the wound and you put pressure on it. And depending on the circumstances, you may put a wrap around it. Yes, EpiPens are expensive. Most of the people that would have to use them, they have insurance, or they have Medicaid, you know, the government, because EpiPens are not cheap, and they've also got a limited shelf life, you know, so you don't use it, you got to replace it periodically. Every few years it's got to be replaced. With coffee talk, coffee. I'm drinking some Nescafe with French vanilla creamer. So that's CPR, and you know, you need to be listening to the radio. If you're anywhere along the coast, you got a storm out in the water. Those things can turn. They can do 180s. They can do 360s. They can be heading flat out towards shore, and then they shift direction. They come in 50, 60, 100 miles in a different direction from where you thought they were going to come in. So you do not want to ignore when you get an announcement that there's a storm in the Gulf, or there's a storm in the Atlantic, or there's a storm in the Pacific, or whatever, and you're somewhere along the coast, 15, 20, 30 miles, you know, within, you know, somewhere along the coast. Could be inland. I'm 25 miles inland. And Hurricane Harvey came through and did a number on Victoria, Texas, back in the day, 2017, I believe it was, did a number on us. So you really need to pay attention to that, and that's the reason why you need a good. These are cheap. It's $18 over at Walmart. If they don't have them in stock, you can order one online. It's got a crank. Got a USB so you can actually charge a cell phone if you want to plug a cell phone into it.
Town Square Media Victoria. I have 8 years of local experience, and I specialize in helping businesses in the crossroads, just like yours, run, manage, and grow. Together we can...
$18. Now this serves a dual purpose: flashlight and radio. And it's got a little battery, so you can use it to charge your phone. Excuse me. Oh dear God. Yes, please watch the replay and leave a like. Be greatly appreciated. Yes, that's right. That's right. Now likewise, you want a good LED lithium battery power bank, flashlight, you see the lights? There are 4 lights. Means it's fully charged. And I can charge it with USB, and I can also plug in a phone, and I can charge the phone. It's a power bank with the light. $18. Items that you need for your bag. Having a good water filtration. A live straw. Built-in filter. This is a 22-ounce one. A Sawyer with a filter. This is a 32-ounce one. This would be the equivalent like a half liter. Just about. More, yeah, half liter. No, a liter. Be a liter. 34 ounces is a liter, yeah, about a liter. Sometimes my translation, I have to think. I'm tired today. I'm old and I'm tired. So, we are in hurricane season, which started June the 1st. It'll run through November the 1st. They're predicting between 17 and 25 major storms. Last year there were 14, and they're predicting a few more this year. Also, with these storms, you'll have tornadoes. The United States averages about 1,500 tornadoes a year. In May, we had 165. They killed 20 people, and they did $4.7 billion worth of damage in the areas, south central United States. Oklahoma, Arkansas, North Texas, Louisiana, all got hit with some serious tornadoes. And if one of these storms comes in, there might be some tornadoes with it. Right now, I think it's about 40 miles an hour. They're getting ready to classify this storm as a tropical storm, and it could strengthen some to become a minor hurricane before it actually would hit shore. So they're predicting in my area 5-6 inches of rain in the next 2-3 days. Down south of me, where they think it might come in, they're predicting 15-20 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain. You're talking floods. I tell you what, you might need to get a child leash. I should have invented the thing. They have a child leash now you can put around their chest and their arms. And basically, put a leash on them where they can't go very far. My friend Gina, welcome. If you are not connected to Gina, I encourage you to connect. Gina's got a wonderful channel. She's also does a lot of exercising on the channel Ed's Dance and Food. And everybody's got user rights, but I'm going to go ahead and link her channel, Jewels of Gina. I will probably be here for another 30-40 minutes. Yes, Gina. I'm getting close to midway through my live stream right now, about 30 minutes in. 10 in the house, 13 likes. So, you also need to talk about, one, a good first aid kit. And if you take medication, do you have a supply of your medication? My wife just went and picked up a couple of more medications. So I have a 5-month or so supply of my medications. I take 7 different pills on a daily basis. And insurance will normally cover about a 3-month supply. You can get, doctors will write you a 1-year script. So it might behoove you, if you can afford to, acquire a supply of your medication. If it keeps you going, you've got to have it. Also, I would acquire some antibiotics. Whether you're talking about the fish antibiotics that you get over like at the farm supply, or if you can actually get a prescription and have some antibiotics. Normally, like stuff like that, you want to keep refrigerated. What do you do in case the power goes out? We have a storm, lines go down, power goes out. What are you going to do? Well, a lot of people are saying, I'll buy they buy, lots, like when the storm's coming, everybody rushes to the supply stores and they go buy out all of the generators, all the gas generators. They go and buy them, and that way they can plug in their refrigerator, their freezer, keep them going. And then they have several 5-gallon gas tanks so they can keep them going for a few days. I personally prefer propane, so if I was to use a dual fuel generator, I would basically just use it with propane, because it'd be a lot kinder to the engine, and the engine will last a lot longer. Also, make sure if it says change your oil, change your oil. So many running hours, change your oil. Usually, you put oil in it and you run it for like 1 cycle, and then you change the oil. So you got to do an oil change almost right after you get the thing, after you run it for a few hours. Yeah. The way the Sawyers work, you can take this loose and basically suck through, and the water comes through filters, because you're basically sucking, you're sucking on it. You use a little suction. Suck through that, and that's how you do it. I carry 2 or 3 half liters, like my bag, my carry bag. It's got a couple of half liters attached to it. If I was going to be in one of those situations where I would anticipate being away from my home, I'd have probably both the Sawyer and the Life Straw with me. I would probably have a 24 pack of water in the back, and that way, with in addition to food, that way, in case I was in a situation where I had to be with my vehicle, or if I had to leave my vehicle, I could basically take some supplies with me. Mayor Ben, welcome, Mayor Ben. Holly Ivans. Hello, Holly. I I try to keep supplied with the essentials, and you know, a lot of the stuff that you need for preparedness doesn't have to cost a lot. Now, yeah, if you have a power generator, that's going to cost you. You get a 12-volt compressor driven refrigerator freezer, you know, one of these portable little fridges. That's going to cost you. You'll spend several $100s. If you're in the situation where you have to refrigerate medication, or you have to have a CPAP, you got equipment that you have to have, that has to run, then you've got to have some sort of way to generate power, and a way to sustain that for several days or a week. And that's not cheap. But if it's either you have it or... I know rather affluent people Well, thank you, sir. It's an honor having a mayor here. I really was a principal before I retired. That's why I go by Prepper Principal. And I was a scout. Oh. So I've talked about some of the major things that you need to have. And another topic we've talked about is types of food to have. What should you stock? How much do you need to have? FEMA basically tells you you need to have about a week's worth of supplies per person. That's water, canned foods, medication, you know, hygiene supplies, things that you would use. You get people who go out camping. If you've ever gone camping, what do you take with you when you go camping? Those are the type of things you need. Yeah, bug repellent. Mosquitoes are bad. Yep. Dual field generator and a couple of solar generators. Looking to add the solar generators. Yeah, if you would look at my community wall, I've got some that I've cited that I own. I like my Pecron. I bought a Pecron for $275. It's got a 1200 watt inverter, 110 inverter for pure sine wave, 1200 watt. You can basically, so I could actually run a microwave with it if I wanted to. I would not, because I'm not going to waste the power. And also I can basically charge it through my solar panels that I've got on my patio roof, wired in through my kitchen. It's only got a 600 watts hour battery, but I got it for small. It's not real big. You can carry it and only pay $275 for it. It's got a wireless charger on top for your phone or your pad. You can run a 12-volt fridge with it. Little appliance, 12-volt appliances and such with it. You know, you can recharge your torch, your light. I've got a little lantern. I've got 3 of the Gold Zero lanterns, and my wife uses them and I charge them. Isobar, welcome Isobar. Welcome. I hear the wife outside mowing. I do the front, she does the back. So let's talk a little bit about freeze-dried foods. Now, you can get kits. A 48-hour kit, a 72-hour kit, a 1-week kit. You can get kits with freeze-dried foods. And usually when you're dealing with the kits, you're dealing with they'll have pouches that'll have different breakfasts, lunch, dinner, you know, different choices. And you basically peel the top, you take the oxygen absorber out, and then you put in the recommended amount of water, hot water. You stir it up, you seal it up, you let it sit 10 minutes or so, then you stir it up again, it's ready to serve. And usually these pouches have what they say 2 servings. So those pouches are usually 2 serving size pouch. Belinda, welcome. Belinda's Country Living. Well, you know, a little on purpose, a lot of people, when they talk about camping, they've got a camper trailer, which has all the comforts of home. So they can actually have a coffee pot. They've got a microwave. They've got a refrigerator in there, and they got they got a restroom. They got all the comforts of home, and they go out and then they do stuff out in the out the campsite. And most of their stuff will run on 12 volt. So they can be running on propane, like for their water heater. They can be running most everything except for the air conditioner will run 12 volt. Normally, you're either using a generator or you're using land power for your air conditioner. But if you're really talking about camping, you're probably going to be in a tent, and you're likely not going to have air conditioning. You may have a fan, and like I said, you take a portable power and like a lithium power station. It's got some, significant power rating, and then you've got your little refrigerator freezer. Damn. Hillbilly Josh, welcome. Mike Crusher Reviews. I'm talking, you guys are sneaking in on me. 15 in the house, 20 likes. 45 minutes in. Melinda Elliott, welcome, Melinda Elliott. So, I've been preaching this until I'm blue in the face, but I'll say it one more time. I will be doing a 1,600 subscriber giveaway. I'm at 1,595. I can get those other 5 subscribers overnight, or it may be a month. But in the near future, I'm going to hit 1,600, and when I do, I'm going to go back and look at my last 5 videos that I've posted. My last video that I had posted was a goodie box giveaway for Hillbilly Josh Loftus. The video I did before that video was a short 1.5 minute or so shout out to Hillbilly Josh. The one before that was another goodie box giveaway, and probably a shout out video before that. So if I don't do any more videos between now and hitting 1,600, I'm going to go back to those 5 videos and I'm going to look and see, you know, who left me a nice comment on each of those 5. Not 4 of the 5, not 3 of the 5, but 5 of the 5. And those people, whether you've won one from me before, because I've been doing one every 100. It's been a while since I've done one. Whether you've won one from me before, or whether I've done a goodie box that I sent you because you're one of my better viewers, you're always with me. If you win, you will get it. Now, if you win and I've sent you something before, I will contact you. Well, I'll contact you and we'll talk about it. Do you want me to change it up? Because what I'm putting in my goodie boxes right now, it'll be that, but plus a nice first aid kit. So if you've won before, we can talk about it. Or if you've had a goodie box before, we'll talk about it. And I can modify what I send you. So if you have not, I would go and I would look. Make sure you've left a like and a comment on each of those last 5. It'll help me with the algorithm, and it'll help my ego. You know, pride cometh before fall. Hopefully not. I don't want to have a fall, so I try to limit the pride. But I'm telling you, oh God, Magic Monk, are you gay? I'm thinking this is probably another troll. So let's remove, and let's hide the Magic Monk. Michael Powell. Hello, Michael. Well, thank you. Thank you, Little Lone Prepper. Appreciate you. Mr. Powell has 4 little... I don't really think Michael is a content creator. But I will share his channel out. This is Michael Powell's channel. Creative redundancy, welcome. And I'm sorry if I ever offend anybody. I don't intend to offend anybody. Sometimes I make comments and people don't take it the right way. I don't intentionally try to hurt anybody's feelings. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, and I was brought up to respect my elders and thank people who, do stuff for you. And when I was a little bit faster and younger, I used to open the door for ladies, old school type stuff. But I don't like trolls. I don't like people trolling. Now, I'm good with inside jokes. Like, Dave and I have got a inside joke about full view. He'll watch a short and he'll say full view. And the reason why I joke about that is that there's a channel, and they're not on right now, but they have on a couple of occasions watched one of my shorter videos. It's like a minute and a half. I released it as a video. It's a minute and a half. And they said full view. It was a minute and a half long. They said full view. Excuse me a minute. I'm sorry. I had to blow my nose. I didn't have any tissue paper, and it was choking me. It started going down the wrong way. It's like I was going to throw up. So I apologize, and you heard that. I apologize. You can't stand. David, you need to organize. Well, I got to go out in the garage where I've got paper products, and I've got to get another box of tissue because I ran out of tissue and I just hadn't gotten one. So yeah, I guess I do need to organize. And I am pretty organized about most things. No, I don't care for trolls. Well, yeah, I will leave a box in the room, but like I said, I'd have to go on the, well, you don't know really the layout of my house, but I have to go way on the other side and go into the garage, and I've got a case of them, and I just have to pull some more out. So when I left, right next door is one of our restrooms, and I just went over to the restroom, and I basically cleaned my nose up and did my cough spell, and came back as soon as I could. So as they say, the emperor has no clothes. That's me. It's funny that I go. I guess it's a sinus thing. I don't think I have a cold right now, but I guess it's a sinus thing because I I will certain times of the day I'll be have some sinus issues, and other times I'm just dry. I don't know what the deal is. I do not know what the deal is. Well, yeah, it could be, but I've never tested positive for any allergies. Um, to my knowledge, I'm not allergic to anything. I've had those tests that they do where they test all these different things to see what you're allergic to, and I really haven't tested allergic to anything. I'm constantly giving out like little packs of tissue paper to my wife, or Kleenex to my wife, my daughter, such. And if I had been thinking, I got a bucket full of stuff right here, right underneath me, and I didn't think of the bucket. So yeah, I got I got right underneath me. I didn't think of that bucket. I have no idea. I have no idea. That's one of the things that you got to really watch out for. In a SHTF situation, is make sure your water's clean and make sure your food's clean. Make sure you're not dealing with something that's got botulism or something that's like expired, badly expired. That, I mean, stinks and tastes bad. Don't try to eat that. You know, and make sure you've got a clean source of water. Make sure you've got a clean source of water. Um, so I have been buying number 10 cans. I've been buying a lot of freeze dried. I have a lot of pails and boxes of freeze dried. I've got the bulk stuff, and I've got the individual meals, like the 2 serving meals. I got tons of the 2 serving meals. Mountain House, Ready Wise, Agassiz Farms are the main brands. Um, it's important. I check my pressure canned food every 2 weeks. Haven't found any bad yet. That's good. That's good. Good Lord, I'm bad. You know I'm bad. I'm bad. So, yeah, I'm having to reorganize and make space as I get more and more number 10 cans in. I try to keep them together. I try to keep them certain in pantry areas because we've got multiple pantries in the way we designed when we remodeled. And take care, Uncle Al. Thank you for coming in. So, Uncle Al talks about a working pantry. And the idea of your working pantry is the stuff that you use regularly. That's that stuff in your refrigerator, your freezer, stuff that you use regularly. That's your working pantry. The stuff that you go to, that you have all your various ingredients and such, and you're making meals and you're doing whatever. That's your working pantry. But as far as pantry storage is concerned, I've got several of those. And the way that the wife has her stuff organized is that everything that she readily uses is not in one of those pantries. and they've all got they got built-in shelves that different things are in different areas. So you're running all over the place in the kitchen, you know, in order to get to what you're looking for. And with her, because she's short, my wife uses a ladder. She's got a little ladder so that she can get up, because she's 4'9". Oops, sorry. My wife is 4'9". So I can reach up to the top of the pantry, top shelf, without, needing any help. I just reach up and get what I need. Whereas she's got a ladder, and those top couple of shelves, she needs that ladder to get to that stuff. And now, yeah, organization's important. Like, I've got a inventory that I had done about a year ago. And this is all stuff that I've got in plastic totes. And they're numbered, they're see-through, and the notebook that I keep that in lists what's in those totes, quantities and various things. And if I ever make a change, then I would make changes in the notebook. Yeah, a dehydrator's nice. I had one back in the 90s that I used to use. They're not that expensive. You slice the stuff, you dehydrate it. I used to do lots of banana chips and such like that. I'd make banana chips. Yeah, freeze-dried food is great. A good freeze dryer is going to cost you probably a couple $1,000. You know, they're not cheap. So, I'm 63 minutes in, 22 likes, 16 views, 16 in the house. I think I'm going to cut it short, or actually I'm going to cut it at the regular time, because I've been here for over an hour. I apologize for having to step out. I'll have my Kleenex tomorrow. Life is good, but it is what it is. Things happen. Every day when you wake up, thank the Lord for the day. Say the Lord's Prayer. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Tell people that you love them. And everybody, have a blessed day. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Bye-bye. Thank you.